Ty is already here. What's up, Ty? You here and you first. Grand Rising, everybody. What's up? What's up? My cat is back there tripping. So I was a little bit late. I was like trying to get her to settle down, but we're just gonna let her be a cat. How are you guys? Happy Saturday. I'm really excited that it's the weekend. My job was getting a little hectic. I don't know what y'all's schedules have been like, but I'm glad to be here to be talking about tarot. It's one of my favorite things on the earth right now. So thank you for being here. Yes, definitely. I am real quickly going to post to Facebook before we get started. Do me a favor, y'all. Give the video a thumbs up. Share it with someone you know, someone who might be interested in tarot. Let's see. All right, you're okay. You're okay, kitty. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this video for a while because I've been reading tarot for a while. It's been a few years now, and as my clientele is growing, I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of the same questions, a lot of the same misconceptions, and I just want to clear the air on what tarot is, why it works, and how to choose a tarot reader, okay? So those are the goals of today's video. So thank you for rocking with me. Let's go ahead and get started. So tarot itself is a bit of a mystery. No one really knows 100% where tarot came from, who originated tarot, like who the original creator was. There's a lot of different theories. My favorite theory involves ancient Egypt. So there's a theory that the Egyptian god of magic, his name is Thoth or Toth. It's Thoth. It's kind of a weird word to say. But he is the god of magic in ancient Egyptian tradition. So there's one theory that says that the ancient Egyptians did it, and I love the ancient Egyptians. So that's cool. Well, thanks, Ty, for liking and sharing. I appreciate it. Now, other people have varying theories. Some people say that it comes from Italy and other places in England from like the 13th century on. So if you think about it, tarot has a history that's at least like 700 years long, at least 700 years. If we're talking about the ancient Egyptians, then that's even longer, okay? So tarot is old. You might be new to it and you might be seeing like a resurgence of it now, but it's existed for a very long time. Now, the version of tarot that we have, which is typically like the Rider-Waite deck, I don't have the box near me, but that one was created in the 1900s, like the 1910s. And that is still the most widely used deck of all. But there are so many decks out there. So if you're interested in learning tarot and reading tarot, I always say to start with the Rider-Waite because there's more information out there about that than the other ones. And there's a lot of really classic symbols. And really, we'll get into why symbols are important in just a minute. Well, actually, we can do that now. So the way tarot works is through symbols, through these pictures. Our subconscious minds are really important, and we don't talk about that very often, right? Our subconscious is the innermost thoughts and feelings and responses to the world that we have. You know how some babies are born with like fears, right? Born with a fear of dogs or a fear of snakes or a fear of whatever it is. That is your subconscious mind telling you to be afraid of something, right? So your subconscious kind of runs your life, and people don't realize this. Your subconscious is actually more important than your conscious mind because it's driving things. That's our primal mind. That's the side of us that responds with fight or flight, or makes us feel like running when something scary happens, and that sort of thing. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey y'all, how you doing? So if you're just coming in, because a bunch of you just popped in, hey, hey. We are not doing readings yet. We're doing readings at the end. So tarot, the way that it works is through symbols and pictures, because these symbols and pictures, they speak to your subconscious mind, that ancient part of yourself, that primal part of yourself. And I mean, we hear it all the time in our waking lives, right? They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, yeah, definitely, because these pictures, these symbols that have been used for thousands of years, they trigger something within us without our conscious mind even recognizing it. Okay, so one reason that tarot works is because of the images that you see. These sorts of images have been used time and time and time again, right? So it's kind of like, when you see an ankh, ankhs have been used for thousands of years. And so ankhs are powerful because they are symbols that have been fed energy. That's the same sort of thing with tarot. We have all these different images that communicate something to us, and I want to prove it to you. So let's look at the Sun card. When you see this image, how do you feel? What kind of things do you think? Okay, is it positive or negative? Already off tops, just by looking at this card, you have a certain feeling, right? Now, if we look at another card, I'll show you this one. You get another sort of feeling. And it's probably the opposite of how you felt here, right? So these symbols are put on, exactly, right? This one makes you feel more happy and like, woo, great. And this one, yes, this one's darkness. This one is fear, it's change, like people are falling out the windows. Okay, so let's look at some of the symbols really quick. Like there's a lightning rod, right? There are people jumping out of the window. There's fire and brimstone. Okay. Here, there's the sun. There's the color yellow. There's sunflowers. There's a little naked baby. There's a white horse. So in our subconscious minds, we know that like the color white, even the color schemes white and yellow, they make us happy, right? But here we have darkness. And the only reason this is yellow is because it's light. Like the lightning coming down. Okay, but we have more fear. We have red. We have darkness. Things are gray. So automatically, without even being able to read tarot, when you see certain cards, it communicates something to your subconscious mind. Okay. And when it's subconscious, you don't even think about it. You don't even realize that you're doing this. It's something that kind of happens naturally. Okay, so one reason that tarot works is through these signs and through these symbols. The way that the cards are structured and arranged are there to kind of make you feel something, to get to your gut reaction, right? When I first started reading tarot, if this card came out, death card, right? Hey, Kayla, if this death card came out, like, I would feel like, oh, right? That's a gut reaction. That's something my subconscious is telling me, like, ooh, stay away from this, or oh, that's not what I want. I want more of the Sun card or more of the Lover's card. So one way that tarot, or one reason that tarot works is because of the symbols, the pictures, the emotions they are able to evoke from your subconscious, like your gut feelings. Okay. Your subconscious mind is always communicating things to you, but since it's not in your conscious mind, you're not always thinking about it. So tarot is a really great way to get into what is going on with you internally, inside of you. What are you thinking about? How are you feeling? What's actually going on beneath the surface? Okay. So tarot is really great if you've been struggling with a certain issue or a certain problem and you're not really sure, like, why do these same people keep coming in my life? Why do I keep having these same sorts of issues with love or with work, or any number of things. Oftentimes our conscious mind has no idea what the hell is going on. It's like, I don't know. But your subconscious, that's where everything is. Your subconscious mind knows everything. That's where all your memories are stored. That's where all of your um, trauma is stored and accessed, is all in your subconscious. You access your subconscious when you go to sleep and you're dreaming about things, and that's why your dreams are so weird and crazy sometimes, because that's all coming from your subconscious. So how wonderful is it that we have tarot in your waking life to help you identify what's going on like deep inside of you, and what sort of path are you laying out ahead for yourself because of your subconscious, right? If you don't know what's going on deep down inside of you, then your subconscious is kind of running the show and you're just along for the ride. Okay, it's kind of like having your air conditioning set at 71, right? If it's always set at 71, it's going to continue to blow in that cold air. Okay. The only way to change your waking life, like how you're feeling about things, is to address the settings that you put yourself on. Your subconscious is like your thermostat, right? You've given it a certain setting. You've given your subconscious like a certain idea. And now the subconscious is just walking around with that idea. And the only way that you can change it is by talking to your subconscious through these images and these pictures. There's lots of other ways to talk to your subconscious as well, like through mantra, through meditation, through hypnosis, but also through tarot. You get to talk to your subconscious. You get to reveal, okay, what are my settings at? What have I been telling, or what has my subconscious been telling me that I need to do? What do I need to readjust that's going on in my subconscious? Where do I still require work? So one of the ways that I find tarot very useful is to help you restructure that, is to help you find the perfect setting for your air conditioning, for your inner air conditioner, right? Kind of a dumb analogy, but it's still the same concept, the same point. Your subconscious has a setting, and if you don't tap into your subconscious, then you don't know where your higher self or even your lower self is trying to direct you. Okay, so moving on from that aspect. The images in tarot help to explain certain things that are going on with you, right? Good morning, how are you all? Hey, hey, hey. Grand Rising, yes. Oh, wow. Okay, I want to get to all of your comments and all of that in a little bit. If you have questions, I definitely want to get to them. So bear with me for a minute. All right, so the images in tarot are very powerful. They speak to your subconscious. They provide a gut reaction, like immediately upon looking at a card, you can feel like, or you can be like, yes, you know. That's a very base level of what's going on. So there are 78 tarot cards in a deck. About 22 of these cards are the major arcana. These are the major life experiences that everybody goes through in their life at some point to some degree. Okay, so there's 22 basic experiences that humans have. One experience being the Fool. We all have started off on a new journey. Okay, all of our journeys are different, but we've all been the Fool. We've all had to take a leap of faith before. We've all had to go down a new path, one that has not been familiar to us before. So this is one of the 22 major arcana. The Lovers. Okay, love is something that each of us experiences in our lifetime as well, right? It may not be like an everlasting love, and not everybody gets married and all of that, but we all have encounters with love. We all have experiences with love, okay? Another of the 22 is death. We all experience death, physical death, you know, the death of certain friendships, of certain thought patterns, that sort of thing. The strength card, we all have times in our life when we have to be strong, where we have to lean into our physical reserves, and our emotional strength too. I'll show you a couple more. We've all been the right, where we've needed to be alone, where we've been isolated, and through that isolation and through being alone, we've had to like learn certain things, and we've gained certain wisdom. And I'll show you another one, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we've all experienced fortune and feeling like, wow, I'm really lucky. And others of us have felt like the lack of fortune in our lives, like, damn, what the hell is happening? Why aren't things going my way? So I wanted to kind of talk about those major arcana and show you the reason why they help to, okay, go away, lady. Go away, kitty. The reason why they help to explain what you're going through and why they're able to tap into your life experience is because we each have like these core basic experiences in our lifetimes. Okay, so we all are connected through the types of stories and experiences that we go through. I also want to show you the different elements. So not only does tarot talk about experiences, but it also shows us elements. These are the same elements of earth, right? We have air, which is the sword card. This is about intellect, communication, making decisions, right? We also have cups, which is about your emotions, the things that you feel, your attitudes. Okay, and this relates to water, the element of water. We have pentacles, which relates to earth and earth signs. It's about manifestation, stability, having money. And finally, we have fire, the Ace of Wands. This is about passion, spirituality. It's about creativity. Okay, so everything together in the tarot is like a microcosm. It has everything in it that you would need for your human experiences. Okay, sorry about moving that. This little kitty is going crazy. So yeah, your tarot deck is a whole world within it, right? And it's something that you access through your subconscious, through the pictures, through the various themes, and through the elements. Okay, so that is a brief introduction into tarot and what it is, right? Tarot, it highlights what's going on in your subconscious mind, and then it's kind of arranged like playing cards, right? We have like spades and clubs and diamonds and hearts, very similar to tarot, but with the 5 elements. There's also cards that correspond to the unique zodiac signs. So like the sun card I showed you earlier, that's one of Leo's cards because Leo is ruled by the sun. So there's lots of different ways to connect, to make meaning. And that's why when I read for you guys and I pull these different cards, it really depends on what's around it, right? Because there's so much in just one card that there's not just one meaning for all of it. It depends on what's coming around next to it. Good. Ty says, I'm learning about the elements now with the cards. Thank you. Lucky Charms Entertainment saying, you are so amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I have cards of my own, but she wasn't sure if I can do myself. Yeah, I want to get to your question. So if you haven't gotten your question answered yet, I want you to repost it in just a minute, okay? I have a couple more things I want to say to you about this. So again, tarot speaks to us through images. It talks to your subconscious, and that's where all of your power comes from, is from your subconscious mind. If you don't know what's in your subconscious mind, I would suggest doing some work. Get a tarot deck or get an oracle deck, or start journaling more, start working on your intuition and getting all of that where it needs to be, because you are constantly being communicated with. Now, one thing I want to emphasize is that tarot does not necessarily predict the future with 100% accuracy. And why is that? Because each of us is given our own free will, honestly. If tarot could predict the future, that would be really depressing, right? Because that would mean that you have no way of impacting your life, that you have no way of affecting your own life. The whole point of tarot is to highlight places where maybe you're not getting the results that you would like to get. Um, and if you find that about yourself, you can make the necessary changes to make your life better than what the tarot outcome has for you. Okay, so you have the ability to change certain outcomes. Now, there's certain things that are going to happen in your life regardless of what you do, but there's a lot of things that happen as a result of your own actions. Okay. So if you get a tarot reading and you don't like what it says, you have the power to change that. Tarot just highlights the most likely outcome, kind of like a weatherman, right? A weatherman's telling you what the forecast is like. But at any moment, a gust of wind can change its direction, or the hurricane can go right instead of left. That's the same thing with each and every one of you. When you get a tarot reading from me, if you absolutely are like, I do not want this to happen, then you have the power to adjust what you're doing and to move in a new way, to move in a new direction, to impact a different result. Okay. Good morning, Wit. Happy birthday. Yes. Thanks, Ty, for reminding people to like and share. If you are vibing with this information, if it resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up. It's not for ego or anything like that. It's just to get the information out to the people who need it. Okay. Oh, I saw it go up. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it does highlight what's going on in your subconscious mind. I'm glad you woke up early. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to be doing other videos in the future teaching about specific cards and specific elements. So if you want to learn more from me, look forward to that in the future. We will be going through them. Where do you get the cards from? You can get the cards off of Amazon. You can go to a spiritual store near you. You can look up like crystal shops or esoteric shops. I love Amazon. I have Amazon Prime. I just go through and I buy a lot of my decks off of Amazon. You can even get like Oracle decks. So Oracle decks are not the same as tarot. Those are the ones that are kind of like fortune cookies on a card. And those are still very powerful depending on which ones that you get. So if you're not interested in learning how to read tarot for yourself, you can get some Oracle cards that resonate with you. You shuffle them, you pull them the same way, and they work the same way through their images, through tapping into your subconscious mind and illuminating what is there. Ooh, dope, Tony. Thank you for sharing in 3 groups. I appreciate you. Yes, Ty says, yes, I'm living proof of a tarot reading change. Yes, absolutely. That does not mean your tarot reader was wrong. It means that you have control over your life. Okay, you have the control ultimately. And that's another point that I want to make here is that tarot is a wonderful tool to help you figure out what you need to do for yourself, which direction you need to go. But you don't have to go to someone else to get that information. It takes work to be able to tap in with yourself and to figure out that information on your own. So if you're not there yet, absolutely. But I think we kind of give too much power to other people when we are more than capable of receiving these messages ourselves. Okay. So I want to put that out there. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to have a tarot reading or you have to have someone else do it for you. Because there's lots of ways to tap into your subconscious without involving anybody else. Okay. And that kind of gets into what I want to talk about some more is choosing your tarot readers. So since we are talking about our subconscious minds, and since we know that our subconscious minds run about 70% of your daily actions, okay, that's a lot. Because, for example, have you ever driven home and been like, how the hell did I get here? How the hell did I get home? Because you weren't paying attention while you were driving, but you still got exactly where you needed to go. That is your subconscious mind. Okay. Your subconscious mind already knows what to do. Your subconscious mind already knows where you need to go. So when you zone out and you're driving and you're like, damn, I'm here already, or How'd I get here? That's your subconscious mind just taking control. And that happens for about 70% of your day. Okay. So if we are tapping into your subconscious mind with something like tarot, you want to be mindful of who you are allowing into your energy, into your space, into your subconscious. Because your subconscious mind is very susceptible, right? These images they cut right to your subconscious. So if you're going to a tarot reader who isn't very good or doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't have a strong connection with you, they could be kind of planting these ideas in your subconscious mind. Okay? Why is that dangerous? Well, because if you're planting these ideas in your subconscious mind or someone else is, you're going to start behaving in different ways that you might not have behaved in otherwise. So for example, if someone shows you this card here and tells you that, you know, any number of things is happening, like tells you that you have to move, you have to leave your house now, you have to go. They've planted something in your subconscious, okay, about what you need to do. Now, if you don't trust that reader, or you don't have a resonance with that reader, or you don't know what that reader's intentions are, you now have been given something from them. Okay, so don't let everyone into your space. Exactly, Ty. Do not, just because someone says, hey, free readings, don't, I know free is very enticing, and I use the same wording for myself, like, hey, free readings. But there are some people out there who are purposely planting these negative things into your mind so that you'll keep coming back to them for readings, so that you'll keep on depending on them for your readings. Okay. And we can see how that's toxic, right? They're creating a dependency relationship. So that's, tarot isn't scary, but we know that there are people out there who do not have the best intentions, who are not there necessarily to help you, who just want money. If you're money hungry, you're going to create a dependency between yourself and your clients. And what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't need tarot readers for your whole life, right? You don't need that. And that's controversial to people, right? Because I'm a tarot reader and I'm telling you, you don't actually need me. So I feel like I'm being very honest and straightforward with you guys about what tarot's for, what its limitations are, and how much you can ultimately transcend needing anybody. You don't need anybody else necessarily. Is it helpful? Yeah. Can it confirm a lot of things for you? Yes. But don't let any reader cause you to feel like you don't have any power or control in your life. One tip for readers: if any tarot reader tells you that they can predict the future with 100% accuracy, you should run. Because I just got done telling you, right? You have your own power. You have your own ability, okay? You have the opportunity to decide for yourself which direction you're going to go. Tarot should always feel empowered for you. You should feel empowered about getting your tarot reading. Now, if you go to someone and you just feel like scared shitless, and you're like, I don't want it, that's probably a sign that that reader isn't for you, that energy isn't for you. Do tarot readings get real? Yeah. And is it difficult to face yourself sometimes? Definitely. But you shouldn't be scared, right? If someone feeds you that like scary, mystic, like woo energy, I wouldn't suggest going to them. Okay, because that's where those sorts of games start to be played with individuals, where they're purposely like putting little ideas in your head that will make you keep coming back to them. So that's my first tip, is making sure, like, do not go to a tarot reader who claims they can predict the future with 100% accuracy, because that's just not true. Yeah, interesting. You've been going to the same one for almost 2 years. So, Ty, I want you to pay attention to the types of messages she's giving you or he's giving you. Are they empowering? Are they encouraging you to like dig deeper within yourself? I mean, for a lot of my readings, I end up giving you guys homework assignments. Like, I need you to do this and do this and do this, right? It's not just, oh, come back when you need me. I usually give you an assignment, and those assignments help you become closer to yourself so that you can hear these messages on your own, without necessarily needing anybody else. Yeah. So Ty, I want you to evaluate, have you been going to her for 2 years because you vibe like that and that's a person you trust? Or are you going because there's a sort of codependent relationship that's been created? Okay, that's something you'll have to look at. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, trust the vibes for sure. If you feel good and you feel empowered and you feel like, yes, I can take on the world, or yes, this information helped me. I know what to do now. If that's how you feel, great, stick with it. But if you feel like, damn, like this is going to happen and you're upset about things and it doesn't feel good and it's impacting your daily life in a negative way, then don't mess with it. Okay. It's not for you. Um, so some other tips I would definitely say, like, you don't know if you vibe with the person unless you kind of study them, unless you research them a little bit. So that's why I always try to go live. I do lots of Tarot Tuesdays where I'll pull cards and you get a feel for the way that I express myself, that I express the cards. Over on Facebook, I was going live like every day. So the people who are exposed to my energy, they get to make their own decision, right? If they have lots of opportunities to make that decision. So I would encourage you to find readers who do free content, who show you their vibes in other ways, be that on Instagram or on Facebook or through conversation. Find a reader that feels good. Okay. Um, yes. Yeah. Just reading the comments, Ty said that she did a reading on her sister. Girl, I got touched. It was ice cold on my arm for a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So those sorts of things happen. Like for me, I start sweating. Dre, if you know who Dre is from Trap and Tappins, Dre starts yawning. My head starts to itch sometimes. So there's lots of different ways to recognize that you're being communicated with your higher self or with spirit and that sort of thing. Okay, so some tips. Don't go to anybody who says they know what the future holds with 100% accuracy. Don't go to someone that you've never seen their work before. So if we're putting that in a positive way, do your research, right? Go to their pages, go to their websites, look at what they have to offer. If they have YouTube channels, check them out. See how things feel. Just like Whit was saying, trust the vibes. You know who resonates with you and who doesn't. Okay, those gut feelings are important to listen to. Yeah, let's see. Shop around, look for someone that makes you feel comfortable. Tarot should not be terrifying. Um, another one. Have clear intentions for your reading, right? So some people will come to me for tarot readings and they won't, they know they're interested in tarot, but they haven't really gotten clear about why they want a reading. So always get to the bottom of why. What is it that you want to know? Or how do you think this tarot reading can benefit you in whatever situation that you're going on in? Are you looking for clarity? Are you looking for just a general message? Are you looking for a specific question? Why are you coming to tarot? That's kind of like your homework piece that you need to do before you go to anybody. Like, why? Why am I asking this person outside of myself what I need? Okay. Is this a situation that I do require assistance with? Or is it something that I'm avoiding within myself? Whatever it is, I'm totally down to be a reader, but I think it's important for you to think about those sorts of things first. Like, why am I here? What do I want to get out of this? Um, so just make sure that your intentions are clear. Get clear about why you're coming to tarot. I've had several clients who tell me like, oh, I just want something general. And I go and I do a general tarot reading and they say, well, that was really general. Yes, because that's the end. You weren't clear about a certain intention. The clearer you are with your intention, the more in depth that we can go. Yes, definitely clarification. That is totally valid. Whatever brings you to tarot is valid, but you just need to figure that out first. Like, well, why am I here? So if you want a general message, be prepared for something general. And when people give me that reaction, what it brings me back to is, okay, well, you weren't clear with yourself on what you needed from this reading. Okay. So always get clear with yourself before you go to someone else. Okay. Some people just do it for fun or just to see if the reader is real. Yeah. And I mean, you can do that, but it's a waste of a reading if you're just doing it to test a reader, right? There are ways to test readers, though. Participating in their lives, looking at their videos, that sort of thing. Okay. Um, let's see. Good, good. I'm glad to hear about that, Ty. Yes. Okay. The last thing, remember that you have power, that you have power over your own life. You get to decide what you entertain, what you let go of, who you move toward. If I give you a reading and I tell you, oh, I'm not sure about this person, I'm always sure to tell you it's your own decision, and what's meant for you cannot miss you. Okay, so I want you all to be empowered with tarot. Tarot has changed my life for the better and for the best, really. And I would love for you all to have those same experiences and to kind of avoid certain pitfalls that people end up in on this crazy internet. You know, there's a lot of people that preach, oh, doom and gloom, and you have to come to me, and only I know the answers. And that's not true. We each are our own oracles. We're all here to help each other. But at the end of the day, you know, we know what to do, and we know what's right for us, and we know which direction we should be going in. So that is my introduction to tarot and how to choose your tarot reader. So first I want to see if there's any questions about what topics we just talked about. If there's anything that wasn't clear to you or something I didn't explain very well, my leg is falling asleep. I want to look up and see what you guys have been saying. Thank you, Wit. You're so dope. Yes, yes, yes. Off topic. Okay, read that one. We became friends first. She's very trustworthy and doesn't do it for the money. Great, great. It's wonderful to find people who read tarot and it's not all about like ego and money and how can I charge like the most outrageous fee for such a short amount of time, you know? Yeah, some people do it for fun just to see if it's real, but it is a waste of the reader's time. Yeah, and it's a waste of your time too, because it's like, okay, you could have asked like a real question and gotten clarification on the real question instead of this pretend one. Are you available for readings later today or are you busy? I have some availability today. I do 11:11 readings any day because I can fit those in between what I'm doing. Those are the readings through Messenger. Those are $11.11 for one question. If you want to do a phone call for 30 to 45 minutes, that's about $30 right now. I am available today for the phone call or the 11:11. And I'm also going to do I'm going to pull a few cards today as well. Thank you for the likes. If you are new in here, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. It helps the video get out there to people who need to hear it, because I honestly don't see a lot of videos about what tarot is and how to choose your tarot reader. It's just a bunch of people out there trying to get your money, without explaining why you should give them their money. Ooh, Styled by Coffee, or Style and Coffee by Brown Eyes. Ooh, says, I enjoyed all of the information expressly about the symbols of the cards and how they make you feel some type of way. That's so true. Yes. It's even better when they understand what they're talking about. Definitely, Wit. It's better when readers know what's going on. Okay, the Wands and the Swords and the Pentacles. How do you know what sign does the Hermit and the Fool and the cards like that represent? Okay, so because tarot is so old, it's at least 700 years old, there's a lot of resources online that help you out and help you understand who is who. So when you're starting out with tarot, a lot of it is learning what the symbols mean and learning like the traditional aspects of the card. So you have a foundation, and then from there you kind of just use your intuition. So at first you just have to look it up. The Lover's card is traditionally the Gemini card, and it makes sense because there's like a man and a woman, the twins, and Gemini is the twins. The Death card is Scorpio. That's because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the planet of like death, rebirth, and transformation. So the Death card goes with Scorpio. The Strength card, it has a lion on it, and it is associated with Leo because Leo is represented by the lion. And so on and so forth. The Hermit is Virgo. Virgo likes to be alone. Okay, so that makes sense. The Empress, if you look here, there's a symbol of Venus. So the Empress can represent either Taurus or Libra, because Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. So these sorts of things, you don't know them unless you just learn it, right? There's certain things in tarot that you just have to memorize, and then it starts to make more sense. So if you're interested in learning which zodiac goes with which card, you can definitely Google it, and it shows all of that, okay? This is Adrian. Lucky Charms is my entertainment company. Hey, what's up, Adrian? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Do I have a P.O. box to receive gifts? Not yet, but you're so amazing. I love you. Thank you for your support and for rocking with me and just making me feel special all the time. Miss Brown Eyes, Jackie, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Wit, for being a supporter. You guys are dope. My little day ones in here. I'm going to make each of you moderators once this blows up, because it's going to, let's see, the channel. Oh yeah, besides, how do you find those besides, Google. Google is your best friend. I'm sorry, I just got tongue-tied just now, but Google is definitely your best friend. Not saying that to be shady, but there are so many resources online that you can find to help you learn tarot a little bit better. And I'm going to start again making more videos teaching you tarot. For those of you who are interested in learning it on your own, for yourselves, in your own practice, I'm going to teach you how to do it for yourself so that you don't always need a reader. You wonder who started it. So at the beginning of the video, we talked about who started it. It's a mystery. The ancient Egyptians, there's a theory that the ancient Egyptians created it through their god of magic. His name is Thoth or Thoth. So that's one theory. And then there's also, theories in other places in like Italy and England in the 1300s. So yeah, pretty interesting. I love that tarot is so mysterious and cool like that. Yes, lots more research and studying, for sure, for sure. Yes, Google's amazing. That's where I got a lot of my information from. Ooh, yeah, I love that. Thank you for offering your services. Can definitely help you with your group and pages if you want. I own 2 groups and 4 pages to include a TV network channel. Ooh, dope. I love all of it. Let's talk about it. Um, yeah, so thank you guys for being here. I love you. I'm very grateful for your support, um, for the way that you guys have been encouraging me and reminding me to make sure I'm going live and paying attention to my channels. So thank you for your encouragement. It is wonderful. I would love now to pull a card or two for you if you have any specific questions, if you want something general. We can do that too. Just be clear in your own mind of what your intention is, and I'll be able to tap into it. If you are in the room and you have not yet liked the video, do me a favor and do that. I really appreciate it. Sorry, my leg is falling asleep. Oh, I'm so glad, Ty. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it. I really do. You know, sometimes you do things and you wonder like what sort of impact they're going to have. For a while I was kind of stuck on that, but you know, I'm realizing it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just know that I'm supposed to continue to teach, to help, and whoever's drawn to me and this channel, I hope that you receive that help and you receive that guidance and you get what you need from this, okay? Yeah. Style says I have to think about the shit I want to know because you have given me so much information. Yes, definitely. Um, and you know, when you ask a tarot question without intention, without, you know, a clear reason as to why, it's an opportunity for your subconscious to be impacted in some way, right? So I do have a lot of clients who um, want readings all the time. And some of them have a purpose for why they want the readings, and others, they don't really. Um, and that's fine. But again, we want to think about your subconscious mind. What messages are we sending to your subconscious? Are they positive? Are we sending too many messages? Are we confusing ourselves by getting too many readings? So something to think about. Something to think about for sure. All right, last call for readings today. I know I just did a whole lot of talking at you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Tony, let's do it. Get something in general. What does Tony need to know? What's Tony's card for today? What does Tony need to know? Okay. Tony, we have the Strength card. You are being reminded to tap into your inner reserves. You're being encouraged to remember that your spirit is strong, right? Your mind is strong, and you can use these as tools to help you overcome any situation that you find yourself in. Now, again, let's look at the symbolism. We have the infinity sign, okay? You are infinite. You are expansive. You are strong. You are not of this earth, right? You are an infinite being. We have the white here. That's about purity. That's the purity of your heart, the purity of your spirit. We have this lion, which is often a symbol of like these large obstacles that we have to overcome, these monsters that we have to face. And here you are, he's got his tail between his legs, right? Because of your strength, because of the strength of your light and your spirit. The last sign, yes, and you are a Leo. This is the Leo card, Tony. So we tapped into your subconscious. This is you reminding yourself to tap into your highest version of who you are. We have the yellow in the background. That's a symbol of hope. Okay. It's also a symbol of self-expression. So there's so much in one card, right? And how great is it that you're a Leo and the Leo card came out? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. There's so much to tarot. It's more than just what meets the eye, right? I worry about my only child son. Yeah. Hi, Maritza. Happy Saturday. What's a message for Brown Eyes Sun? What is a message for? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, he's on a journey. He's on a little journey right now. He's learning different things, right? So he's learning how to open up his heart to the world, open up his consciousness to the things that he's meant to experience, right? The universe, the world is giving him different things, and he's having to um, he's having to leave the past behind, right? And look at what's here right in front of him. He's healing. Okay. He's also making some passionate new moves towards he's learning what his own desires and passions are. He's learning his own direction, and he's moving toward it very rapidly. Sorry, I got a weird comment there for a second. We also have the Five of Swords. So he's having to learn some lessons about the way he communicates and the way he comes off to people. And he learns a lot of lessons about what true victories are, what is fulfilling, okay, and what's empty. Okay, so he's calibrating right now. He's making decisions, and he's like, I didn't like that so much, so I'm going to go this way. And I do like this, so I'm going to continue going this way. So ultimately, his path leads him to emotional contentment and happiness. Okay, there are bumps along his road here. Okay, but those bumps help lead him to ultimate happiness. We have cups. Remember, cups deal with emotion. He has 9 cups here. This individual is here again in white. He's sitting kind of fat and happy. He's satisfied. Okay. So each and everything that he's going through right now is leading him to this opportunity of contentment and emotional fulfillment. So there's nothing to worry about. He's living life. He's learning things. He's growing stronger, and he is refining his character. Let's see. Libra girl, I'm a new subby to your channel. I would like to know if you can pick up my new crush Eber's personality. Yeah, let's see. What is Eber like? Which card from the Zodiac? Oh, okay. So Eber is very adventurous. He has an adventuring spirit. Which means that he is very optimistic. He has a lot of faith. He kind of jumps before he looks, right? And that can be really fun and exciting, or it can be a little bit dangerous. And so depending on where he's at in his life, this Fool card could be really, really desirable, or it could be something that you might need to keep an eye out for. But in any case, he is an adventuring soul. He's very optimistic, and he has faith that his actions will lead him to his desired outcome. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You're definitely gonna have a lot of fun with him. Okay, Huda, do I find a job? Okay. Again, I want to remind you how powerful you are, right? So when we form questions like that, do I find a job? You're giving the cards the power, right? So I'm going to pull for that, but it's going to be about like when, okay? What's going on with your job situation? Those sorts of open-ended questions, like what's going on with my job situation, those can be more empowering than do I find a job? You're like, yes, no. Try not to ask so there are certain questions you can only ask in yes or no, but there's a lot of questions that you can ask open-ended. So that might be something to consider when you're getting your tarot readings. Is there a way for me to ask this in a way that is open-ended, that isn't so yes, no oriented? You can get a lot more information if it's not just yes or no. All right. So you are, what was your name? Let me go back. Huda. I feel like for you, will a lot of you finding a job deals with you figuring out what you're passionate about. What do you care about? What lights you up? I think sometimes when we're in between jobs and we can't really find what we're looking for, it's because we're being asked to dig into our subconscious minds and to figure out like what our true path is. A lot of the times our passions are closely related to what career path you should find. So with these two cards here, it's about determining what you love, where your own interest and creativity lies. And through tapping into that, that's how you find your job. That's how you get better opportunities. I think it's also about leaving old identities behind, right? Something that you used to really find joy in is not making you happy anymore. So you got to stop looking for new opportunities in that old thing that doesn't make you happy. Okay, so you have a bit of a homework assignment there, my love. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much for the likes. I saw that switch up. Every time you like the video, it impacts the algorithm so more people can see the video. What can you tell me? Maritza says, Sagittarius 80. I just feel unfulfilled. There's an emptiness that I can't figure out. Definitely. What's this emptiness about? What's going on with Maritza and the emptiness? Okay. We are in Scorpio. We're in the sign of Scorpio. If you were here at the beginning of the video, we talked about how Scorpio is the sign of death, rebirth, and transformation. So Maritza, part of the reason that you are feeling empty is because you are transforming. You are being reborn. You are shedding and alleviating the baggage of who you once were. Okay, and that can be incredibly uncomfortable. Just like the analogy of the caterpillar to the caterpillar has to liquefy, and that is a painful, empty process, right? Like the caterpillar goes from one physical form to pretty much nothing before he is the butterfly. So I do feel that a lot of your unrest and your unfulfillment, like that's kind of the darkness before the light comes, before you are able to see yourself as that butterfly, okay? Because the next one we have is the Hierophant and then the Knight of Cups, which is all about commitment and new opportunity and emotional satisfaction and partnership. So there's a lot of really great things coming to you, but you're having to transmute, you're having to let go and having to fill in different containers, right? You're not the same, you're not the caterpillar anymore. So it's that pain of like, well, who am I then? And who am I becoming? And what am I into? And what is for me next? I would say in this in-between time, while it's really tender for you to lean into it. As uncomfortable as it is, lean into that unfulfillment, right? If we have a problem, make it bigger. And it's counterintuitive, right? But if you make it bigger, you're able to examine all these intricacies about it, right? In our culture, we suppress so much and we put it all down. Don't think about it. Just move on. Just be happy. Only love and light, blah, blah, blah. But if you make the problem a little bit bigger, you're able to see things a little bit more clearly, and then you can release it all together. I hope that helped in some way. Okay. Let's see, Adrian. Yes, Tony, you need to tap into your strength more. You are strong. You can conquer anything. Absolutely. Adrian says, I'm supposed to be letting go of something from the past and to just go with the flow. But what if I don't know how to do that? Right. It's kind of easier said than done. The thing, someone explained it to me once as focusing on what's in front of you. Right? So often we use our minds and we go back in time or we go forward into the future. And we don't spend as much time like embodying right here, right now, the way that things are. Okay. So right here, right now, I'm reading tarot. And that's what I'm focused on. And that's what I'm doing. And when I go to work, I'm focused on those tasks that I have to do at work. And if you are able to bring your mind and your mind into your current experience, whatever that is, like if you're eating cereal, just let yourself eat the damn cereal. You don't have to think about all these other things. So part of it, Adrian, is you let go of the past by embodying what is right now, by embracing what is right now, by being more present. How do you be more present? Well, look around you. What do you see? I mean, I see my plants, see the sunshine. I see, this baby book over here. Like, keep yourself focused in this present moment by naming what you see, naming what you're grateful for, focusing on the tasks in front of you, setting goals for yourself that you want to accomplish for that day. It helps you kind of stay on track a little bit. So I'm not going to pull cards for that because I'm not. Yeah. Adrian says, I tend to overanalyze and I'm a polarized thinker. I can't get it all out of my head. My mind runs 100 miles per hour at all times. I can't shut it off. Okay, you need to journal. You need to write. You need to practice yoga. There's lots of free yoga videos you can do. You need to, but definitely writing. For me, when I feel like my mind is doing what Adrian is talking about here, if you put it all on paper, right? Or you listen to music and you dance it out, or you go outside and you do those sorts of things, it's easier to let it all go. Of course, it comes with practice. It's a lot easier said than done, but there's some things you can start doing to see if it helps you or not. For me, like I said, journaling is absolutely amazing, but for other people, it might not work that well. Okay, I'm just going down in the comments. Ty, I'd like to know if there's something my ex wants to tell me. Okay, what does Ty's ex want to say? Well, Ty's ex. Your ex is trying to level up. Your ex, yeah. Your ex wants you to know that they are trying to improve. They're trying to improve their circumstances and their situations. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups, we have the King of Swords, and at the bottom we have the Ace of Wands. So your ex is trying to overcome who they have always been, the same old patterns that they have always invoked. They're trying to get more emotionally in touch. They're trying to communicate themselves better and create better boundaries. And they are welcoming in new, right? New opportunities. They're allowing the universe to give them things, which is okay, they're being receptive. That's what it is. They're receptive to what the universe is bringing them because they're tired of this feeling. They've reached the end of, hitting their head up against the same wall, and they're ready for love. They're ready to be healed. They're ready to do things in a different way. You're so welcome for the reading on your son. You're welcome, Libra girl. What sun sign is he? Do you know? That was a long time ago. I don't know. Sorry. Any messages for Wit today? Yeah, I hope you feel better too, Maritza. Yes, it helps. Yay, good. Good, good, good. Wit. Messages for Wit today. I think today's your birthday, Wit, or was it yesterday? Happy birthday. Either way, Scorpio, Scorpio. All right, what's in the cards for this Scorpio? Okay. All right, Wit. So you have some messages regarding yourself and your manifestations and the way that you are becoming more of yourself, right? You're becoming more and more of who you are meant to be. The world around you is beginning to respond to your mind, to your own ideas for manifestation. Okay, sorry, that took me a minute. I was like trying to pull it out. So you're being encouraged on your way, essentially. You have built a lot of things up for yourself. You've been doing a lot of moving and changing and shifting and manifesting. And so when this card comes out, there's 9 pentacles here. She's in this beautiful garden that she has created for herself. So it's an opportunity for you to express gratitude for the things you have and for the things that you have yet to encounter, right? It's about being content and happy and satisfied with the way that your life is moving. We also have the Chariot card letting you know that you are on a very important journey, a journey that is definitely supported and leading you to very positive places. And on this journey, not everyone can go there with you, right? Not everyone can go there with you. And with, as a Scorpio, your loyalty runs so deep that it can, in some cases, be at your own expense. Okay. So make sure that your loyalty lies with yourself first and your vision for the future first. Do not allow other people to kind of shift your focus, right? Don't let these people shift your focus away from what you should be focusing on, which is yourself and your journey. Don't be caught up with the past. Don't be caught up with the past. Okay. Because you're heading in wonderful places that are very advantageous for you, that are abundant, that are beautiful and hopeful. Look at the yellow. We talked about yellow and how that's a symbol of hope, of faith, and of self-expression. And when we look at this card here, it's more gray and like, oh, it doesn't feel good. So don't be afraid to let go of those things that don't feel good anymore. Even if you feel some sort of loyalty to them, you have to be loyal to yourself first. Oh, my legs asleep again. Hi, Melvin. Melvin says, good morning. I'm a Cancer. I was wondering, I want to marry this lady. Ah, Shay. Yes, you're headed to amazing places, okay? So let whatever falls away, let it fall away, because something better will be taking its place. Melvin says, good morning. I'm a Cancer. I'm wondering, I want to marry this lady. I'm seeing what next year be a better time for me. What's your opinion? So you want to know if you should marry this person now or next year? Melvin, if you're still in here, let's clarify it. You want me to ask if it's better to marry her now or next year? Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's like she comes to me and stares but doesn't say anything. Yeah, she wants you to see it, to acknowledge it herself. And she might not even be completely certain that she's accomplished it yet, but she's trying. She's definitely trying. Ooh, my leg is asleep. Melvin, clarify your question for me and I got you, boo. Adrian, last question. My ex, who caused me a lot of hurt, wants or claims to want to be friends, but I don't want to be. I don't think she's sincere. And that's it. Just a reason to have me as an option, is it? I don't know. Let's see. Because I told you something about the past before. I wonder if this one is her. Let's see, Adrian. What does Adrian need to know about this ex? What? Is she sincere? Let's see. Yes, go ahead and ask another question. I'll be on here for just a little bit longer. Is she sincere? I'm going to pull some on what your advice is, Adrian. What is Adrian's advice with this ex? What is the advice here? Okay. Don't let her back in. Not yet. Not yet. There's her own energy is a little bit confused, and I think she might be trying to weasel herself back in a little bit, or a lot of it. I'm seeing a lot of swords here. These sorts of swords are never really good swords, right? You can tell just by looking at them, like someone's looking behind his back, like, ooh, and then there's the empty victory thing here. So when there's a lot of swords, especially these sorts of swords, it's not necessarily something you can trust. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is about something that just gets stuck. So she may be saying she wants to be friends, but does that actually happen? Not so much. We also have cards of secrecy. The High Priestess here. She's keeping something to herself. Yeah. And then beneath the top cards, we have more swords. Okay. More about leaving. We have more combative energy. No, I wouldn't suggest letting her in completely. I mean, they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So if you want to like go in a little bit more guarded and be like, sure, we can be friends, and just make sure your own energy is protected, you might do that. But don't just open yourself completely to her, because there's something there that's a little tricky, a little sneaky. Okay, brown eyes. Will brown eyes meet a new boyfriend in 2019? Let's ask that first. In 2019, we do have some energy coming toward you. We for sure have energy coming towards you. It could be, I think I've told you this before, like a fire sign. Okay, so between the ending of this year and next year, you have this fiery person coming in offering you something here. Okay, he's making offers to you that will make you emotionally very happy and satisfied. This person has some fire energy, maybe a Sagittarius with some strong moon placements. Girl, you got love coming to you. Chill out. Wait for it. Let it come to you. I think it'll be a nice, lovely surprise. Okay. So just, again, if there's something out there that you want, make it into like an intention or a manifestation. Like, tell yourself that that's going to happen. Like, I will find love, or I am love, that sort of thing. So don't make it a question, make it a certainty in your mind, and just operate off of that faith. Like, yep, he's coming. He's great. He's these things. He's going to make me feel these sorts of ways. We're going to do these things together. Just lean into it. Experiment with faith. Okay, which would be better for Melvin? What happens if Melvin gets married this year? Melvin, it sounds like you need to talk to this person, honestly. And what happens if Melvin gets married next year? happens if Melvin gets married next year? This year and then next year. Okay. I would say first that you need to have these conversations with the person you're considering getting married with. If she wants kids and you don't want kids, y'all need to have a talk like off tops. I am pulling cards and I do see that you guys have some pretty strong energy together. Okay, this is often referred to as a soulmate card, and here she is. I honestly don't want to. I think you should just talk to her. I think you should talk to her first. Talk to her about those things, iron it out. Now, the cards show that you could have success getting married this year, but does she know this about you and about what you want and what you don't want? Okay. Next year, I'm hesitating because I don't know that you're being completely upfront with her, and I don't want to give you advice to go and get married to her right now without talking to her. But there is a lot of supportive energy for getting married this year. But you got to watch your karma. Okay. So make sure you're being upfront and honest with whoever you need to be upfront and honest with. Otherwise, that karma is going to come back to you. It's going to come back. So go have a conversation. Okay. Ty. Let's see. I have one more if it's okay. When I'm practicing my tarot cards, does my Grandma Annie Pearl come around? Oh. How does Grandma Annie feel about tarot? Yep. Yeah, she's around you. She's trying to help encourage you. I think she wants you to move on from something. There's something she wants you to move on from. We have the Queen of Swords about cutting certain situations and people out. Ooh, thanks for the likes. I appreciate y'all. We have the Eight of Cups, which is about leaving something behind. And then we have the Death card. It's death, rebirth, and transformation. And on the other side of that is the Page of Pentacles. Beneath that, the Empress and the Lovers, all this really great stuff. So Grandma Annie Pearl is encouraging you to let go of the things you've been holding on to, especially if they're related to the past. Okay, she's definitely there, definitely watching over you, and there's the message that she wants you to tap into. Libra girl, how does Eber feel about me? How does Eber feel about? So moving on from your ex, probably. Yeah, probably. How does Eber feel about Libra girl? Ooh. So Eber is leaving behind something in the past too. Like he's got something or someone that he's getting over. And he looks at you as an exciting new opportunity for connection. So continue to be hopeful about that. It might be something good for you. Any messages for my auntie Brittany? She's also a Scorpio, and we are basically sisters born through. Dang, that's cool. What's going on for auntie? Auntie Scorpio, happy birthday to you. Thank you for the likes, y'all. If you're new, thank you for subscribing. Helps get this message out there. So, auntie. Ooh. Auntie, we have a lot of fun coming up. Some really strong emotional feelings. There's something or someone you're feeling strongly about. I have a piece of my hair on my hand. When this card comes out is about, honestly, it's a Scorpio card. Scorpios are a water sign, and this is the King of Cups, the King of the water. So during this season, there's a lot of opportunity for Auntie to get in touch with how she's feeling about certain individuals in her life, certain opportunities in her life, and where she would like to go moving forward. This could be in terms of love or just anything that is emotionally fulfilling. Um, and Auntie, your experience is directly related to your emotions, okay? Tap into your emotions and the things that you want, and you will be supported in manifesting them, because our second card is this Four of Wands. Again, we're bringing up the yellow. The yellow is about optimism, it's about self-expression, it's about being on your proper track. Four is the number of stability as well. Success, happiness, marriage, um, all of these themes are here, right? Kind of like the love aspect and the marriage aspect. There's something worth celebrating. It's coming into your life. Um, or maybe it's already there, whatever the case is, there's an immense amount of love and success and celebration that is on its way to you, okay? So look out for that. Adrian says, I feel the same way. Thank you for the confirmation. I didn't trust her then and still don't now. I'll talk to you later for a paid reading. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that it resonated with you, Adrian. Yes. Jackie's always trying to get me to read for myself. Jackie says, I agree with your advice with Melvin. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that one too much more. I could talk to you privately, but I don't want to put your business out there like that. Okay, emotional state. I'm not sure what you're saying, Huda. I'm trying to understand, but emotional state, nor, I don't know. Okay, Jackie wants me to pull for myself. Let's. Okay. So the first card that came out was this Nine of Swords. I've been a little bit stressed about some things in my life. Um, I'm the type of person, like, I like to make sure I'm doing like the right thing. I like to make sure that I tread carefully. I'm an earth sign. I don't move quickly. It takes me a minute to be sure about things. Okay. So I've been a little bit stressed about something, but the cool thing about this card is that the Nine of Swords is right before the Ten of Swords. So I'm completing this energy. I'm getting out of this energy and stepping into these energies, which is all about self-care and doing things that resonate with yourself, doing things that like improve your mental state and improve um, how you're feeling, right? The Queen of Pentacles is all about self-care. She gives so much to other people that she then has to turn around and remember to give back to herself. So that card is a reminder for me to make sure I'm taking care of what I need to take care of, that I'm edifying myself and doing all of that. Then with this, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, there's newness, new opportunities coming into my life. Financial opportunities, new manifestations that I've been working on, and new opportunities for passion, for creativity, and for establishing my own way of doing things. Okay. Yeah. There you go, Jackie. I read myself. I read myself for you. Yeah, the money card is in there for me too. Now, if I'm being honest, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. I got to cut out certain behaviors. Just like I tell you guys to let go of the past, I have to let go of certain things that have happened in the past. I have to stand up for myself and what I want. And I have to remember that I'm powerful as well. So, I'm not perfect. I'm going through life just like you guys are. So there's that. I guess it's only fair if I'm always in your business, you get to be in my business a little bit. If you're trying to manifest, how often should you do it? So one of the keys to manifestation is to let it go after you've put it out there. You have to let it go. So say that on a new moon you want to manifest. Okay, so here's one. On 11/11, November 11th, I created a vision board to manifest some things. So I made my vision board, I hung it up, and that's it. Those things, I leave it alone. I get to look at it and revisit it, but I'm going to leave that alone for a while. Now, if you are the type to create a vision board or you want to manifest on like the new moon, you can write down the new things that you want to draw into your life. And then at the full moon, you can evaluate and see, okay, what has happened, what hasn't happened. You can decide, do I want to readjust those manifestations or do I want to put more power into them? So if some of the things that you're trying to manifest haven't happened, then that next new moon, you can write those things down again. So kind of go with the moon cycles. Now, other people will say once you've written it down and you've put it out into the universe, you don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to even think about it anymore. You can create a mantra for yourself or a reminder that it's coming. But the universe ultimately, it's like a big giant restaurant. And the waiter comes and is like, what would you like? And you give them your order. You say what your intentions are, what you're trying to manifest. And the waiter goes back into the back and the cooks begin cooking it up for you. Now, the catch is that the waiter and the cooks aren't going to tell you how long it's going to take. They have your order. And now it's your job to sit at the restaurant, to enjoy the ambiance, to enjoy the company, to enjoy where you're at until your order comes to you. Okay? So a lot of the time, we are like bothering the waiter unnecessarily, right? We're like, waiter, did you get my order? He's like, yeah, I put it in. But remember, you don't get it till it's done. Okay? So you can keep on manifesting the same things over and over again, but the universe has heard it the first time, essentially. Yay, Amy. Yeah, thanks, girl. Money, money. If you're trying to manifest things, how often should you do it? Answered that one. That's BS. You are perfect. No, definitely not, but appreciate it. Libra girl, I answered. No, you didn't do it wrong. You didn't do it wrong, Ty. Now you can just adjust how you're doing it. Okay? Just adjust. That's it. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not going to be punished. It's not going, whatever you're manifesting is still going to come. You didn't do anything wrong. But there are ways to refine and there are ways to show the universe that we trust it, right? All right. So Libra girl, I answered that one already. You might want to go back in the video a little bit and look for that. Okay. Yeah, I answered your reading, but you can go back in the video and find it. Vision boards are great ways because, again, it's talking to your subconscious mind through pictures. Just like tarot cards work through pictures, vision boards, same thing. All right. So I've been on this thing for like an hour and 28 minutes, y'all. That's a long time. My plans today, I'm going to, I don't know. I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'm gonna go outside because the sun is outside today. It's been really rainy lately. Might go to the beach even though it's cold. I love to see the water. Yeah, I'm chilling. I have a lot of books I want to read. I have more astrology books. I'm learning how to read palms. That's one of my new things I'm doing. Thinking of more video ideas, reading some more tarot. Breakfast sounds good. Yep. breakfast. Anyway, y'all, I hope you have a great whatever it is when you're watching this. If you're watching it live, I hope you have a great Saturday. Yeah. I will see you guys a little bit later. And Miss Brown, oh yes, this is for you, Brown Eyes. She's definitely there traveling with you and your sister. Look, there are 3 women here. How beautiful is that? She's definitely here for you. Yeah, I miss the beach. Can't wait to move back to Cali. Yeah, I live in Florida. I love the beach here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will. I'll do readings for each sign. I'm going to begin doing that. Again, I used to. I'll be doing it live. I just find if I do it live, I'm able to get on more. I don't like doing all the editing and excuse me, the editing and all that. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.